Hi friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Factory UPSC. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss the first chapter of NCERT class 7 and the name of chapter is Our Environment. Before going to the chapter, those who does not subscribe to my channel, please subscribe and like the video now. Let's move to the chapter. Environment. So we are going to discuss what is environment, what are the basic features of environment, what does the environment comprise of, such basic facts which were very important for the exams. Okay, so let's see what is environment. Environment is our basic life supporting system. It provides air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and land where we live. Okay, so what is environment? Environment is our basic life supporting system which provides air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we eat, and the land where we live. Okay, so the environment comprises of the whole system in which the human lives. Okay, so here is a simple diagram which represents what are the components of environment and what does the environment includes. Okay, so let's look into this diagram. Here we can find that the components of environment is mainly divided into three types. They are natural components, human-made components, and a human component. Okay, so let's see which are they. The natural component of environment comprises of mainly four types. They are water, air, land, and living things. The water means the whole water system which includes in hydrosphere, air is in atmosphere, and the land comprises of lithosphere, and living things in biosphere. We will discuss all these four factors in detail. Okay, and the human-made items includes building, parks, bridges, road, monuments, industries, and other human-made buildings. Okay, and the third one is human capital, which include individual, family, community, region, education, economic, and political situation. So the components of environments are mainly divided into three types. They are natural, human-made, and human. And the natural is very important because it includes our hydrosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere, and biosphere. And there are also human-made components and human factors itself. Okay, so let's look into the continuation from the above conversation. That means there is a conversation which is above that, which is not very much important, so I have skipped that. Okay, so we understand that the places of the places, people, things, and the nature that surrounded anything or any living organism is called as environment. So what is environment? Nature that surrounds any living organism is called as environment. It is a combination of the natural and human-made phenomena, while the natural environment refers to the biotic and abiotic conditions existing on the earth. Okay, so there is a brief description of the environment, which means what is environment? The nature that surrounds by any living organism is called as environment, which comprises of biotic and abiotic factors. So there's a chance for arising a question that what is biotic and what is abiotic. The biotic organism or the biotic world means the world of living organism. That means the organisms which have life. Okay, they are known as biotic life, that includes plants and animals, and abiotic organisms, which includes the world of non-living organism, for example land, things, etc. Okay, so I hope that it is clear to you. Then there is human environment, which reveals the activities, creations, and interactions among the human beings. Okay, and let's see on the right side we can see a purple box. There is a small information. Let's look into that. The word origin of environment. The word origin of environment is from the French word envahir, which means neighborhood. Okay, so the environment is a French word which means neighborhood. Okay, so let's see natural environment. The land, water, air, plant, and the animal comprise the natural environment. So the land, water, plant, and animal comprise natural environment. The lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and the biosphere we have already discussed from the previous classes. So let's look into the detail of this concept. So what is a lithosphere? Okay, lithosphere is a solid crust of the hard top layer of the earth, and it is made up of the rock and minerals and the covered by thin layer of soil. So what is lithosphere? Lithosphere is the top layer of the earth which comprises of soil. Okay, that means the land portion is known as lithosphere. It is irregular surface and covered by the thin layer of soil, and it is covered by the thin layer of soil, and it comprises of various landforms such as such as mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, etc. Okay, and they are found. That means the lithosphere is lithosphere is not only found in our continental crust but also on our ocean floors. Okay, then the lithosphere is a domain that provides us the forest, land grass for grazing, and the land for agriculture, the human settlement, and it is also source of the rich mineral wealth. Okay, so these are the main features of our lithosphere. So let's look into this picture which clearly depicts which are the main components of the earth and what are its forms. Okay, so there is a flight on the atmosphere in the air, it is known as atmosphere, and we can find the land portion, it is written as lithosphere, and the water portion is written as hydrosphere, and there is a circle which is marked inside the circle, and it's a portion which comprises of all three layers, which means there is the portion of atmosphere, there is a portion of lithosphere on the mountains, and there is a portion of hydrosphere on the rivers and lakes, and all these components together form biosphere. Okay, so the biosphere consists of all the three forms such as lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. Is that clear? I hope that it is clear. Then the domain of the water is referred to as hydrosphere. So let's see what is hydrosphere. The domain of the water is referred to as hydrosphere, and it comprises of various sources of water and the different types of water bodies like rivers, lake, seas, ocean, etc. So the hydrosphere comprises of different source of water with a different type of water bodies, which includes river, lake, seas, ocean, etc. Okay, and all these things are very essential for the living organism. Okay, so it's a simple concept that is included in hydrosphere. So let's look what is atmosphere. Atmosphere is a thin layer of air that surrounds the earth. Okay, so atmosphere is the thin layer that surrounds the earth. The gravitational force of the earth hold the atmosphere around it. So what is atmosphere? Atmosphere is a thin layer of air which surrounds earth, and the gravitational force is a concept which help the atmosphere to hold into earth. Okay, it protects us from the harmful rays and the scorching heat of the various number of gases, dust, and the water vapor. Okay, so atmosphere act as a protective layer for the earth, and it protects us from harmful rays such as UV rays from the sun and the scorching heat and numerous number of gases. Okay, the change in atmosphere produce the change in weather and climate. So atmosphere plays an important role in changing our weather and climate. The plant and the animal kingdom together make biosphere, or the living world. As I say earlier, the biosphere is a combination of lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. Is that clear? So the biosphere consists of plants and animal kingdom. So let's see in the left side we can find there's an yellow box. Let's look into that. There is a concept known as ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem is a system that is formed by the interaction of the living organism with each other, with the physical and the chemical factors of environment which they live. All are linked by the transfer of energy and the material. Okay, so what is ecosystem? Ecosystem is a system formed by the interaction of all living organisms. That means all the living organisms are interacting with each other with their physical and chemical factors, and they are all linked together by the transfer of their energy and material. And these systems this system is together came to be known as ecosystem. Okay, so it is a simple concept. We can see a good example of ecosystem in this picture, which includes there is hydrosphere, such a hydrosphere on the part of the waterfall. Then we can find that there is lithospheres on the water hills, then there is atmosphere, and all these together to form the biosphere, and they compose of different types of organisms such as swans, deer, buffaloes, trees, birds, okay, and these together comprises to form the ecosystem. Okay, so it's a simple concept, and I hope it is very clear to you. Then all the plants, animals, human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. Often they are also interdependent on each other. Okay, we know that no one can exist on their own, so they are interdependent with each other. This relation between the living organism as well as the relation between the organisms and their surrounding form ecosystem. Okay, that is what I have discussed that before. And there could be an ecosystem of large rainforest, grassland, desert, mountain, lake, river, ocean, and when a small pond. Okay, so every landforms which comprises of even we can say there is rainforest, grassland, desert, mountain, lake, river, ocean, and even the small ponds comprises a large ecosystem. Okay, because when we consider there is a rainforest, when we consider good rainforest as Amazon, we know that there are snakes, animals, and birds, trees, etc. all these together to form an ecosystem. When we consider a small pond, even there are frogs, small fishes, algae, okay, all these water sliders, all these together to form another ecosystem. So every landform comprises an ecosystem. Okay, there is a small information. On 5th June of every year is celebrated as World Environment Day. Okay, so the 5th June is celebrated as World Environment Day. So let's see what is barter system here. It is a trade in which the goods are exchanged without the use of money. That means the goods are exchanged for goods. That means if we want that means here the products are exchanged for products. For example, if we give them an apple, they give in return an orange. Okay, so that means there is no money and only the matters. That means the things are exchanged for other things. This is known as barter system. It was a system that is practiced before the combination, before the eventual of money. Okay, so let's see what is human environment. Human beings interact with the environment and modify it according to their needs. Okay, human beings interact with the environment and modify it according to their needs. Early humans adapted themselves as natural surroundings. They lead a simple life with a fulfill from the nature around them. With the time, needs grow up and become more varied. Human beings learn new ways to change our environment. They learn to grow crops, domesticate animals, and lead a settled life. The wheel was invented and the surplus food and the commerce developed. Industrial revolution enabled the large scale of production and the transport to become more faster. Information revolution made the communication easier and speedy across the world. Okay, here we can find that the human beings, that means on the earlier times, human beings they adapt to live with their natural environment, but after some time the human beings did, they changed the environment according to their needs, and they started gathering materials from the environment. That's a good concept, but when we exploit our environment for our needs, it causes a bad impact on environment. Okay, and that's what we are facing today, that is environmental pollution, ozone depletion, etc. We will discuss all these pollutions in detail, and here we can find that a new system of barter system emerged, and they started commerce, industrial revolution, which causes a large scale of production. Transport also developed, which help in the speedy marketing all around the world. Okay, so there is a huge change in environment which is caused by human beings. That is the small changes are essential. That means we have to take environment for our basic needs, but when we exploit it will be against our concept of sustainable development. So we have to conserve our nature and take materials and minerals from the earth according for our needs, not our greed. Okay, that is what someone says, that earth provides everything for humans need, not everyone's greed. Okay, these are the some simple concepts which were included in this chapter. I hope you enjoy this class, and if you like the video, like to it, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.